Yo, what up, guys? Welcome in. Just getting the stream set up right now. Got another build today. This one's for the homie Bun. And doing a non-fighting game. Basically, it's solo leveling. You guys know solo leveling? Main character is Sung Jinwoo. Jinwoo Sung, I don't know which way you want to pronounce it. It's like a Korean anime-based game. Should be pretty fun. Actually, wait, is it even a game? I don't even know if it's a game. I think it's just no, it is a game. Yeah. I guess the question is, do they have an anime for it? I don't know. Yeah, but definitely solo level. Definitely a game. But yeah, I'm not sure if there's an anime for it. Yeah, it's the. I'll show you guys on the screen real quick. Basically, like. Oh wait, there is. So there is an anime. There is an anime. What's up, Ro? Solo leveling game? Hold on, man. Yeah. So it's a game and an anime. I wasn't aware that there was an anime. Yeah. All right, either way. So let's get going. We're just going to start with this build real quick. I'll do a proper intro later. What you up to, Ro? I've been saving like the intro and like the Photoshop like graphics part of the stream, because I usually do that to kick it off, but like no one's here, and then everyone asks me again and I have to do it again later. So then I just said I just wait till people kind of like pour in, the majority of the people, and then I'll do the full intro for, like, you know, the graphics and everything. But yeah, because literally I've been having to do the intro like 3 times in my old streams. I'm like, all right, let me just wait until later, and then I'll just do it like once or twice tops. Hopefully you guys are all right though. Where is my garbage can? There we go. Definitely need my garbage can. I'm gonna prep these side panels. Oh, I think the music's a little too loud, right? Turn it down a bit. There we go. Let me know if my levels are good, my mic sounds good, music too loud. Let me know, guys. Dropping your daughter off? Yeah. Careful driving, bro. I don't know if you're driving or walking, but okay. I tried my best not to work this weekend, but small business life always gets the better of me. I did have to kick out a couple orders. I didn't have to, but I didn't want to stress myself out. I figured, like, I wasn't really doing much yesterday, so I was like, all right, well, since I have downtime, I'll knock out a couple orders. And I'm not talking about builds, guys. Most of my business is not doing these builds that you guys see on stream. Most of it is just like doing the DIY cases for you guys to build it on your own, right? You laugh at the mini. Nah, I'm not doing that, Ro. Like, I made the Florida dub is an Espada. It's like I'm gonna waste hours and hours of engineering, and one person's gonna buy it. It's like, what's the point of that? You know what I mean? It's like a value proposition of my time. And I've been, you know how much work it is to launch a Fightstick, bro? You know how much work it is? I have to do, think about this. I gotta design, I gotta engineer the product, okay? Then I gotta test the product to make sure there's no issues, right? Okay, once that's done, I gotta do every single layout. I gotta engineer all the layouts. So each layout requires me to make 5 files for my laser cutter. That's the top panel, the support panel, the sides, right? Then the bottom panels, and then the artwork template, and then the laser cut file, right? And then once that's done, then I gotta do the whole website listing. Dog, we're talking about like 40 hours of work, and ain't nobody gonna buy it. You know what I mean? It's like, what? Like you got to think about it from a business standpoint. Like, it just don't make no sense, man. What's up, Tech? Makes 0 sense. And it's like literally like, and the thing about the Espada, it's a gift and a curse. It's a cool design, but it's not symmetrical. So it's like there's a lot of intricacies with the Espada. Like, you have to cut it one certain way. You can't just flip the panels like upside down because it won't work. You know what I mean? That's why I didn't want to do the Espada over when I got my own equipment. The reason why I stopped making Espada was because the vendor that I was using, I didn't have my own equipment yet. I was using this one vendor to make everything, okay? So they raised the prices. So I'm like, you know what? I might as well just drop the freaking, I don't even want to tell you guys how much money I spent on my own equipment. I might as well drop that, like suck it up for a year, like, you know, hold that L for the year. And then when I finally, I was like, okay, I'll do this Espada by myself, you know? Then I realized that like, oh, okay, this is actually like not that efficient to make the Espada because of the way it's shaped. And it was like way too many, like, I would waste too much acrylic at home. And it would just like, you know, so I redesigned it. I took some of the elements that I liked from Espada from BnB and I made it into For the Dub. So some of the shape is inspired by the Espada or the For the Dub. But then like, since I did that, I've taken that and like made it way better. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's For the Dub is definitely the spiritual successor of the Espada. What's up, Retta? All right. What you guys up to? How was the weekend, everybody? How was the weekend? I got to watch Red Bull Kumite yesterday. I had a pretty fun day yesterday, like of chilling. You guys just like, you guys just ever really look forward to chilling? That's what I did yesterday. All the pollen gotta go, but you know what though? It rains, and then with the pollen, what happens with the pollen is that it takes it away for those days that it's raining, but then like the next 2 days, it just becomes it turns into more pollen. So it's like a gift and a curse. You got bad allergies, Retta? Yo, you know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell you guys this, and you probably hear this all the time from people, but I basically cured my spring allergies. I used to have bad allergies. Your kiddo suffering? Yo, I used to have crazy bad allergies, Retta. You know how, okay, I don't know if you ever heard about this, but this is all I did. And I didn't do this with the intention of curing my allergies. All right? Like, I did this to kind of solve another issue. I'll tell you the whole story, okay? So, you know, this is when I still had my full-time job prior to starting my own business, right? So I got pretty stressed out. You know, it was like a really stressful job and whatnot. And, you know, like, I don't know if you know this, but like if you have stress, like a lot of stress, it, like starts messing with the other parts of your body. So then my stomach started getting messed up. And then I realized that also I was drinking mad coffee, like just to stay awake and stay alert. And it was a habit. But between the stress messing up my body a little bit, plus drinking coffee like 20, like literally I would drink maybe a minimum of 3 cups a day, if not 5, like crazy madman. Like I'd wake up, make a cup of coffee, get to work, have another cup of coffee. On a break, like from work, you know what I mean? Like lunch, like after I have my lunch, coffee. You know, right before I go home, coffee. Like, you know, I would say like average maybe like 3 times a day, right? Okay, so then I went to the doctor. My stomach started getting crazy. I went to the doctor and they're like, hey, like you drink a lot of coffee, don't you? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, okay, well, the acid of the coffee is basically like wearing down the liner of your stomach. Okay, so you have to like not drink coffee for like a while and let your body heal. So I was like, all right, bet. So, and by the way, this is all to get to the point where I cured myself of my spring allergies, which I had no intention of doing. Okay, so yeah, my stomach's getting messed up. Then I quit coffee. Okay, so I'm like, all right, I kind of need that feeling of drinking, because like you know how people get addicted to smoking cigarettes, and like it's just like the hand thing. You know, it was like the same thing for me with coffee. Like, you know, I just always wanted like a hot cup of like, you know, something like that. So then I switched to tea, right? I switched to drinking like English tea, like how the British do it. So it still had a little caffeine bump that I was like, I guess I was addicted to, but I didn't really know it. Which I weaned myself off that, by the way. But switching to tea, the way I would make it with honey and you know, and milk, kind of just like a coffee, like how the British do it, except that the Brits use like sugar, right? But I was like, I kind of like honey. So, you know, I started buying, anywhere I would find honey, I would buy like the local honey. Okay, and I swear to God, like so you know, I quit coffee for like a year. There's like no coffee. So like spring rolls along, I'm like, okay, let me go buy my Claritin, let me go buy my, you know, Zyrtec, all those medicines that used to keep me alive in springtime. So I went out and bought it, and I realized that I didn't need it. I was like, what the hell's going on? So then, you know, I'm like talking to people, and they're like, what have you been doing different? And the only thing I said was like, yeah, I started like, you know, I quit coffee just to kind of heal my stomach from like the acid. And they're like, and I said the honey, and they're like, yo, what kind of honey you use? I'm like, oh, I just use this, like I buy this local honey from the grocery store because it tastes good. And they're like, yo, that's it. So basically what I found out is that like, because I've been drinking local honey, the bees from my local area that produce the honey feed off the pollen and the flowers and whatnot that give off the pollen, and I basically just like desensitize myself from it. You know, you know what I mean? And I would have like a teaspoon, maybe like a teaspoon and a half of this honey every day in my coffee. Blaster with the sub, thanks bro. But yeah, that's basically what happened. Like, oh my bad.
I'm back, laughing face.
Nice. What up, Blaster? Yeah, so I basically cured. Then, since then, I kind of just kept this habit. Like, I don't drink tea. I mix it up now. I'm allowed to drink coffee again. So, but I mix it up. Like, I'll have like a tea one day. Like, for instance, I'm having tea right now. Like, I'll have tea one day, a coffee. You know what I mean? But just the fact that I'm like I still have it in my diet. Is still really helping. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, if you have allergies, and like honey is not a bad thing, it's kind of delicious. So yeah, just have get like a English breakfast tea, and like substitute that in, and it's slapping. Right? It probably, but Retta, keep in mind, like this worked over a year of not me drinking coffee and just drinking tea with honey every day instead of my normal coffee. That's okay, Blaster. You know me, I only stream like maybe twice a week. I only stream when I have a build. I kind of stopped streaming games. It's just because everybody streams games, and like, you know, nothing's really like, that's not like my main MO. She's gonna take the honey like meds. She couldn't sleep at night. Yeah, and it's like, it's not a bad thing. Like, honey is kind of delicious, you know? But Retta, like, I know this is gonna sound wild, but like, when you go shopping, don't just buy regular honey. Like, make sure the honey is from your area. You know what I mean? Like, go read the label and be like, okay, it's from this farm, you know, and at least make sure it's from your state, you know, at least the local area. Maybe you got like a farmer's market, you know, some shit like that, like a farmer's market or whatever. Like that's where you gotta check. Yeah, exactly, the farmer's market. Like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I swear to God, like, yeah, like I'm looking you in the eye as best we could on the internet, but like 100%, like right now it should be bad. Like I should have bad spring allergies. Nothing, literally nothing. I still have a little bit of fall allergies though, but it's not even that bad. Like it's just like, okay, I might have like a little scratchy throat in the morning, and then it goes away by the time like the day progresses. But like spring allergies gone, yo. You know how I found out, right? Me and shout out to my homegirl Alex. We used to like clockwork. We worked together for years, like, you know, maybe like 5 years or so. Like a lot of and every spring, her and I used to come into work and our eyes be all puffy, and we look at each other and we'd be like, oh, this is the worst, isn't it? And then she came into work all messed up, and I didn't. And she's like, what's going on? She's like, you and I for years have been like looking like zombies this time of year, right? And yeah, then I basically told her, and she's like, what the hell? This string, yeah, pollen came back. Yep. Yo, you know what's crazy? Up in my area here, it's still cold, man. Like look at me, I'm still wearing a hoodie. It's still cold. It's crazy. It hasn't really felt like spring yet. All right, guys, we are building. If you guys are just tuning in, we are building the side panels right now of our stick. It's been 80s lately. Damn, I'm about to go down south in a week or so. I kind of need that. I need that warm weather. I don't have any allergies because I got exposed to lots of stuff when I was a kid. My immune system was like always busy with proper threats. Yeah, I think that's basically what's happened. Like my kids have mad allergies. It's crazy. You know, with all the vaccines that we're giving them and whatnot. Randomly develop seasonal allergies one day.
Don't forget dogs.
Yeah, it'd be like that. What's the statement? Like every 7 years your body changes, whatever, cycles. I don't know how true that is, if that's based on any facts. By the way, guys, shout out to Dope Mikey on the beats and the homie Diego the Olive. Give me some beat tapes. If you guys know any producers, if you're a producer and you got any music that you want me to showcase on stream, just make sure it's no samples, and I could definitely rock it on stream for you guys. I always need some good sample-free music just so I can stream with some vibes and not have to worry about any copyright stuff. Aquas Regime, what up? Welcome in, welcome in. So Blaster, you're busy with work, I assume, huh? You got them right before college? Yeah, that sucks. Sorry. It sucks, man. It really takes your whole day down if you have like really bad allergies. You get bodied, like. Okay, guys. Oh, something interesting today. We're doing a WASD build instead of a traditional, what do you call it? Instead of a traditional hold up. Yeah, instead of a traditional lever, yeah, we're doing a WASD build. I got to 3D print something. So let's get that going. Let's 3D print an insert. Let me take you guys to my main screen. 3D printed files. We're gonna do. I need to do the insert for a Nutric port. You went through and painted an entire house for sale. That's crazy, dude. That must have been a lot of work, man. Okay, let's slice this. Shout out to Bamboo, making 3D printing easy. So I'm gonna 3D print that. I don't know why I didn't make this ahead of time. I derped out for sure. 2 floors and a basement. Dang, bro. Does this work? Turn that camera on. Okay, yeah, so my 3D printer is doing its thing. We'll keep that cooking. Okay. And actually, yeah, I could just kind of continue on with this. I'm sorry, guys. Let me switch cameras again. I'll rock this for a bit. On top several other things. Put me in a box. Write them down. Oh no. It's fun. It's hard to find a good painter, man. Like, painting is definitely a skill. It's definitely like a skill, man. Not... People think it's an easy job. It's definitely not an easy job. All right, I got my USB port here. I forgot to hit... Forgot to hit go on my time lapse. Okay, with these, you have to flip the port around so that basically the USB B side is facing out. I'm still learning tech 20 years on. There's always new tools and stuff. Nice. It's stuff I'm talking... Oh, wait, I'm taking note along the way when I search house who could paint and do cabinets and stuff. Yeah. Yo, what up, Skills? What you up to? Okay. Getting this going. Okay, so we got our USB port. I'm waiting. I'm 3D printing the center insert right now, guys. I don't know why this looks blue on the screen. It looks like blue, but it's actually purple. I gotta figure out, maybe my color's off on the camera, but this is actually purple. Like, it makes blues look purple. I gotta figure that out. Maybe some of the settings. Work from home day. Nice, 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 nice. Yo, low key, guys, like, you guys, you love your work from home days. Like, I've been working from home for like 5 years now, right? You know, doing this stuff. And I gotta tell you, sometimes I'd be itching to just like, I'm literally, like, I have another commission coming up that I haven't started yet. It looks blue, right? Yeah, I gotta fix that. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I've been like trying to, I'm gonna go like work at a cafe one day. I'm gonna like just bring my laptop and do like graphics work or something like I don't really need to be in my makerspace. You know what I mean? And just just to like talk to, maybe see a human. That'd be cool, right? Seeing a human might be cool. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I stream it. Like, this is the closest thing I have to, like, bullshitting at the office with people. Hanging out with you guys on chat. That's, like, literally it. As far as work goes. Of course, I go, like, you know, I got a family and whatnot, but I hang out with friends during the weekends whenever I can. Or, like, you know, go hang with family. But I'm just talking about, like, from a work perspective. It's kind of lonely. I do miss, that's what I miss most about like my full-time, my day job that I had is just hanging out with like my coworkers, building a rapport, as we would say, right? Okay, so we're about to install some of these buttons here, but I need my graphics. So I'm almost close to showing you guys the graphics. I wouldn't mind as dealing with my actual coworker that irks me. Oh, really? So it's the opposite. Well, I at least if I'm at a cafe or something, like I don't really know these people unless someone I know pops in. So it's not that bad. I just kind of want the feeling of being around people again. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like itchy for that. So yeah, that's something that's definitely like, that's the one thing about working from home all the time. You just like really feel isolated and whatnot. But I will tell you, just like, hold on, guys. Oh, I'm bugging. I gotta figure out. Oh, okay, here we go. I'm trying to figure out the orientation of these buttons. I will tell you that, like, I do like working from home better than going to the office every day, because when I used to work, you know, I used to have to, obviously you have to go in every day, whether you have to go to office, wherever your workplace is, and you're just not around. You're just, that's it. Like, you know, you're in another dimension basically. I kind of just like knowing that, like, hey, I can just like pick up and leave whenever I need, or like do something and just stop. That's what's nice about working from home and working for yourself, really, is what I'm trying to say. All right, so never learning gaming. What's up, bro? Broke my foot and my arcade stick yesterday. Oh, dang, that's crazy. Did you break your foot gaming? That's kind of wild, dude. How the hell did that happen? And I hope you feel better. I almost broke my ankle last year skateboarding, like, because I'm like 40 something now, and I shouldn't be skating like I was 17 still, which I still think I'm 17, which, like, I need to stop. Wait, does BnB Gen 3 use snap-ins? I bought screw-in buttons, and one keeps getting loose. Yeah, the new BnB Gen 3 accepts snap-ins and screw-ins. If it's loose, that means you're not tightening it hard enough. Aquas, this is not BnB, by the way. This is my other company for the dub, so don't get that twisted. A lot of you guys have no idea that it's two separate products. It's weird. I began like the weirdest like questions like that. They're just like, yo, like, I noticed you making these corners for BnB. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, and they're like, they show me a picture. I'm like, yo, that's my other company. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a whole different product. Like, I'm allowed to have different products, you know? All right, so my 3D printed base is coming along over here, guys. That's cooking over there. We've got like 2 minutes on that, but I have to wait till it cools, so I really have like 12 minutes. But that's okay. We'll, I'm gonna go ahead and park. I'm gonna park all these to the side temporarily. Okay, where should I put this stuff? Put it back here. Okay, we finished our side panels. Good morning. All right, now I can give you guys a proper intro, okay, of what we're doing today. All right, let me actually get a better camera. All right, guys, welcome back to another build. It's your boy JF. Shout out to the chat. Good morning, everybody. Today we are doing a build for the homie Bun, and he wanted me to do a theme, a fight stick build based around the solo leveling anime/game theme. And main character is Sungjin Woo, and we also have to incorporate a lot of his shadows. So that's basically like, you know, the the shadow characters that kind of help. It's like his assists and stuff, like his weapons and stuff like that. So this graphic is based around that. All right, so let's go and take a look at the graphics. Okay. So we have Jinwoo over here, okay? And then I started just peppering in a lot of the shadows around the stick. The dragon dude, there's like the ant dude here. I forgot all these guys' names. All these guys have individual names, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, these are kind of all peppered in over here. This is the top panel. Quote says, "If I give up because I'm scared, I can't become stronger." That's kind of fire. All right, and then we have the sides. Solo leveling logo here. We have Sung Jinwoo facing us on this side. We have some of these action shots on the sides. You know, you see some of the shadows popping up in the background. Another Jinwoo over here. This is like the guild logo that he's in. And then yeah, the symbol basically is like around the USB port here. And then Arise is kind of like the statement that he says to summon all these shadows. All right, and then we have the bottom. This is just like the generic wallpaper. So first, you know what's crazy? First we were gonna do this. We were gonna do this, okay? But then he really wanted like he wanted it to look like more, I don't know how to say it, like not line art. But with foam, you could basically just kind of do line art, right? So you could do like raster stuff, but it doesn't come out great. So I always opt to do line art for the foam. But he said, you know what, I kind of want like more colorful stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, we'll just do a full bottom. So then we just, he sent me this wallpaper that he really liked, and I just kind of formatted it and kind of buffed it a little bit to fit the bottom of the stick. So that's it. So we're gonna do that. Oh, and then I have a surprise. We did some custom foam etch pads. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. All right, so we finished the side panels. Let's go ahead and start the rest of the build. I'm using a Gen 5X today too. So let's get this going. I'm actually gonna bring the Gen 5X and the new lever setup that we have. I'm gonna open my 3D printer, let this cool down. What's up, Optimus? Yeah, we're doing solo leveling today. Okay. So yeah, we got the Gen 5X. I did some modifications to it already. I'm gonna use because we're adding an extra thumb up button, right? So then we are literally, I tapped into the up analog left up button on this side. So if this doesn't work, not a big deal. I'll just map it to D-pad, but I wanted to give this a shot. So I basically like shoved a pin in there and hot glued it, and then I have a ground coming out over here. And we also got to do LEDs too, so we got that. Get rid of and get this stuff over here. Okay, let's get this going. Let's actually install this. Actually, let's peel off everything first. That would help. And then we'll install the, you have the same chair. Yeah, this chair is fire, man. It's a little older now, though. Autonomous chair. If you guys can't afford a Herman Miller chair, I think this is the next best option. It's still expensive, but it's worth it. MD Soul, what's up, brother? You're gaming too? Playing some Tekken? What are you playing? Okay. Get this peeled up. Okay. So we're gonna install our WASD array over here. So basically, this is the way I do WASD, guys. So I make a plate. You see this black plate, right? So I make a plate, okay? And then I actually just, let me see if I can remove this cap here. But anyway, like you could see the switch right there. And then I put the cap on, obviously. And then there's a board. This isn't necessary, but this board right here is from the homie AFS, right? Shout out to AFS, the GOAT. And this board is a pin out to the 5-pin, so you can just plug in. You can just plug in a normal 5-pin, like it was a arcade stick. Okay, so all custom made. Like the plate, I designed it myself to make sure everything fits. So it's 100% custom. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a 100% custom build. Other than the AFS board. But if you didn't have the if I didn't have the AFS board, all you have to do is just solder in your own connector. You could do like the what's that called? Quick, like the, I forgot what they're called for the WASD. I forgot the name of it, but it's basically like a little, like you solder this little piece on, or you could just solder the wires too. Quick disconnect. I don't know. I forgot the name of the term. But it mounts on the front just like this. You see that? It'll mount on the front, kind of face out. Okay. Just like a lever. It basically installs just like a lever. DuPont. No, not DuPont. God dang it. I forgot the name of it. It's basically like quick swap? Switch? Like swap? Something like that. Yeah, all you keyboard nerds would know. I forgot the name of it. Like, yeah, something like a quick swap or something like that. Not a DuPont. DuPont's like the PCB. Hot swap. Hot swap connectors. There we go. Hot swap. Yeah, hot swap. No, that's right. You're right. Yeah, you guys are right. There we go. Joe Maki. Yeah, I guess we're making a mix box. Did you guys know? I don't know if you guys know this, but I am the designer of the Hitbox logo, and not the product. They made the product, obviously, but I did their logo and I did the stock graphics on the Hitbox. I mean, I'm sorry, on the Mixbox, sorry. I don't know if you guys know that. You mean this Scrooge? That's what I'm using right now. Oh yeah, you guys didn't know I did the Mixbox? Yep. Actually, I'm under contract to not say anything, but yeah, there's something new coming out. I'm not gonna say what though. They are working on something new. Let's just say that. You know, they haven't been stagnant. A lot of people are like, oh, like what Mixbox hasn't done anything. Like, yeah, they've been working. They've been working, you know. What it is, I can't tell you. Okay, so we got that going on. See that? Modular is the way forward, so here's hope. Look how clean that is. That looks clean already, right? So dope. Okay, we got that. Let's pop in the PCB. where is my bolts? Here we go. Okay. Okay, we're using a Brook Gen 5X board today. We were going to use GP2040, but he just wanted an extra up button. He didn't want like anything crazy like that I needed to program. So I was like, you know what? For the same amount of money, let's just get you the Brook board, because then you could use, this will be multi-console, you know what I mean? You could do Xbox as well. Because like this build went through many, like I guess the client, first of all, this client was like, shout out to Bun Bun, but this is his first fight stick build. Like he never had a fight stick in his life. This is his first one. So, you know, I guess like he wasn't really sure what he wanted. So he wanted me to do like a hit stick that had the joystick and the stickless stuff. But then like, then he started thinking about it more. He's like, you know what? I think I just want like a normal WASD. But then he just wanted an up key, so just in case that he couldn't get used to jumping with the up key, with the standard WASD up. All right, enjoy, Scrooge. Good luck. All right, so that's plugged in. So these extra cables are gonna go, gonna get mapped to that up key that we're talking about. Okay, so PCB and WASD array is installed. Okay, got plenty of room here. I like that. Okay, let's get my friend over here. Okay, clean this up a little bit. You know what? We do have to install LEDs, so let me patch up the holes here that I'm not using because I don't want the light to shine through. But speaking of which, my hand's on a hot, really nice. Yeah, I have mixed feelings with the hot stuff, Joe. By the way, I support them and I own one. Okay, so before my statement that I'm about to say, you know, I do support them and I do like their products. Okay, but what's happening with them is that they are basically cannibalizing the whole market. You know, I mean, hey, they're a business, right? So all good. You know, like from a business standpoint, yeah, do your thing. But they're making it, because everything is Chinese made. Not saying quality is bad. I'm just saying they have much more resources than any other country to be able to make like electronics like this, that they're basically putting everybody out of business, including small businesses like me. So yeah, you know, with that said, like even the other companies, the Japanese companies that make arcade sticks, like they have to buy Chinese source components. But imagine these guys, they're like, they're at the source. So their labor is cheap and manufacturing is cheap and part sourcing is cheap. You know what I mean? So it makes like people like myself and like AFS, for instance, just like you can't compete with them. You know what I mean? Like how can we compete? We're making custom products and they're selling stuff on Amazon for like $40. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah, all right, well, you guys do that, you know what I mean? So it is kind of killing, I don't know, definitely the American FGC small business community, you know, as far as controllers go, you know what I mean? And, you know, fighting gamers are broke, so I'm not mad at that, but it's just kind of like hurting us a little bit, you know what I mean? Okay, we're gonna drop this down here.
Another jonyfraze production.
Yep, global economy. Not sure it's coming today, but it's getting delayed by my case for my first controller. It's coming to build soon. Do you have any general tips of building a controller that I know of? Hazel, did you order one from me? Because I have all my resources on my website. Is it a BnB or is it a for the dub? If you ordered it from me, then yeah, everything is direct on my website. Yeah, Zeus, it's like, and it's even worse now that our freaking president is putting tariffs on everybody. So now it's even going to be harder for us to compete because, like, if we need to buy like PCBs, for instance, like there's no PCB manufacturer in the US that can compete with the Chinese prices. Like, how can we possibly compete with, like, you know, cheaper manufacturing? I mean, that's the whole point, right? Like, I think our president is trying to, like, make it so that there's more manufacturing in this country. But I mean, what is that, 5-6 years away until the full infrastructure is built up? Like, who's going to be president then? You know, if people in the same party or ideology are not in office, then what? All this is wasted. Yeah, all the pitfalls of outsourcing. You got room for me up there? Yeah, I know, man. I'm about to move to freaking Canada, bro. It's crazy. Okay, we gotta peel this off really quick, guys. I could figure something out, but home prices up here are wild. Yeah, actually, Canada kind of already been in this situation because, like, importing stuff to Canada isn't cheap either. So it's like kind of like nothing new to Canada. But in the States, it's like we had all these trade deals and whatnot. You know what I mean? It's like all that stuff's gone, like free trade, crazy. Ay, ay, ay.
Don't forget dollars.
This paper is so heavy. It's like thicker than the usual stuff I get. I don't know why. That was like a struggle and a half, guys. Sheesh. Yeah. Buff paper for sure. I'm spending 300K. I need a house. 500K better have every single thing I want. I forget where you live, Retta. Man, you know, like up here. Yeah, no. I knew you. I'm talking about in generally. Like, I knew you're from Carolina, but I'm just saying that, like, I forget how different the housing markets are. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about like 300K. You couldn't buy it. You could buy an apartment here for 300K. A house? Nah. I'm like, you could make, depends where it is, but in my area, man, you're getting like you're getting that's like a maybe 2-bedroom condo. Maybe. All around the Great Lakes, housing is more expensive. It's crazy. 500K in North Carolina, what does that get you? Does that get you a big old house? Like a giant house? They're selling townhouses here for 300. Yeah. So, okay, so that 300,000 gets you what? A 3-bedroom townhouse? Yeah, giant house for 500K. Damn, bro. I'm about to move down there. Damn, that's popping, yo. I'm about to sell my junk and move down there, man. Let's just say this. I spent way more than that for my house 20 years ago in my area. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, 20 years ago, and think about the inflation level. I helped my family move into a nicer area of my city, and the place was 1.5 mil, 4-bedroom, 2-story finished basement. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wee, wow. That's crazy. Canadian Ramen, what up? Are we chilling? We're just building over here.
Another jonyfraze production.
Okay, guys, let's give this a quick peel. Hopefully this will be a lot easier than removing it from the bottom, because that was gnarly. So far, so good. We're getting a nice, even peel. 1.5 mil here is a good 5-6 with a pool. Sheesh. 1.5 mil here is like a decent house in the suburbs. No, not a decent, like a nice house in the suburbs, but not like mansion level ballin'. Like not no like pool and all that. Maybe a pool, but maybe an old pool. Crazy. You start thinking about it though, guys, like as I don't know like where you are in your life and whatnot, but I'm a little older, right? So I've been like, you know, I got some experience down. You know, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, if you buy your house, you don't have to worry about rent and whatever. Like, that's cool, yeah, it's true. You know what I mean? But like, you still gotta pay these taxes on your property. It's obviously not as much as renting, but depending on how much property you own and what it's worth, yeah, it's not cheap either. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely like it's like which one do you prefer? And then the other situation too, and I didn't really realize this because I'm kind of stuck in this situation right now, is that once you like own a home and whatnot, you're kind of locked in, you know, like it's hard for you to move. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I am like it's hard. It's hard if you're cool with staying in North Carolina your whole life, Retta. Like your area, you love it. Like this is where you want to be. Like go for it. But like for instance, I don't think I want to stay here my whole life in my area. You know what I mean? So then it's like, okay, I am grateful that I do like own my house, especially with my kids around because they have a home. You know what I mean? It's not like that's cool, and they have a home to grow up in. But I don't see myself retiring here. You know what I mean? Yeah, but here's the thing, you don't actually keep your property because like, you know, well, you do if you pass it on, right? You do get that wealth. I guess you're right in that situation. But like, you know, if something happens, like it's the government's again, you know? So it's kind of like a mini blow up, whichever way you think about it. But yeah, there's just perks, and like every situation, there's always like different things. Okay, guys, that's what we got so far. Let me make sure the keys are hitting good. Nothing is impeding. Feels good. Okay. Nice. That feels really good. Alrighty, let's move on. What do you got to do? Let's see. Let's pop in the buttons. Let's do the buttons now. Put the buttons in. Let me get my reference up on my screen. I'm from the UK, but it's the same thing. Renting does accumulate into ownership. Doesn't accumulate into ownership, but you also get tied down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know? Like, you're basically tied down once you own a home. I'm sure it's the same every single place. Like, I would just, like, be able to leave, you know? Without having to worry about like selling your house and whatnot. That's kind of, it's gnarly. It's a lot to think about. All right, so we popped in that 3D printed piece, guys. Whoa, camera, what's up, camera? Noble, what up? Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Okay, there we go. So we popped in that little purple piece. I don't know why it looks blue on the stream. I gotta correct my camera. Everything that's purple looks blue. Gotta fix that. Okay, that's set. We gotta do buttons, right? Where's my buttons? There we go. Okay, so I have my screen up with a reference as to like where everything goes. I'm gonna try my best to line everything up properly. Stopping by to say I'm a big fan of your work. Hopefully when I get some money right. All right, no problem, no. Appreciate that anyway. Thanks for the love. Okay. 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 Yeah, these are the gravity buttons. Gravity KS buttons. These are like, I wouldn't say they're like the greatest buttons out there. They're like the buttons that I like using are the Ctong buttons, But these are like the perfect for like custom builds because they still offer a clear. They have micro switches, are really fast, and they kind of still have like a nice bounce to it. Even though they're not like a Sanwa pop, some people want that smack. I don't know. I think nowadays people kind of want more of a silent type thing, you know. Yeah, this whole thing feels like a keyboard. It's really cool. By the way, guys, when I test this, I'm not gonna be able to play on this. I suck at these. Yeah, this hobby can definitely get addicting for sure. Noble, why don't you think about learning how to do this on your own? Like, believe me, like, I love doing these commissions, you know? I love doing these, but my main business is to try to get you guys to build your own. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to, who was in the chat earlier? Hazel? Hazel is, like, building their own stick. That's cool, you know? Like, I think if you learn, like, then you could be a resource for your community. I think that's, like, one of the cool things about this hobby. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Just saying. You like silent switches for small sticks? I agree. There we go. Let me get this zip tied. Where's my bucket of zip ties, guys? Shout out to Tanti Zip Ties. Sponsor me. Guys, we're not stopping until we get them to sponsor me. It's kind of like an ongoing joke around here, but we should try, right? Yeah, Blaster, that's what you missed last stream. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to get this company to sponsor me. Because I use, like, millions of zip ties. It's only like 10 bucks, by the way. This bag of zip ties. 1,000 zip ties for 10 bucks or something crazy. How long would you say wiring portion takes? Depends how crazy you want to do it. But like I'm not sleeving today. You know, I don't do sleeve builds. I don't do sleeves for like commission builds because I want my customer to be able to fix their own stuff if something goes wrong. So that you know, rather than like re-sleevings, having to send it out again, I'll just be like, okay, we'll just buy this kit. You know what I mean? So. Okay. But yeah, for me, it probably takes, I don't know, 45 minutes. Maybe an hour, you know? Okay. Like, this is going to be rather quick. Where is my 20-pin harness? Okay. So I'm going to plug in the 20-pin harness here. Then we're going to plug this right into the PCB board right over here. I'm actually really worried about this part, making sure this works, because switches are kind of temperamental, you know what I mean? They're like super temperamental. So I might have to adjust the switch here and there. If that's the case, I'm going to do that off stream because it's so much like finicky work. But I do need to buy more of these AFS boards. I'll probably do that next batch. So this is going to be the last WASD build that I can do until I can get some of those AFS boards. That's plugged in, ready to go. Okay, we're gonna do the ground cables really quick. Oh, we're using the one from AFS. And then it's just my own, I put my own silver switches in there. And then the board is from AFS to make my life a little easier. Because I used to just solder them in, but then I realized that, like, well, the homie Aaron was like, yo, I have a board for that. I'm like, bet. Like, send me a couple. And I just bought a couple from him just to make my life easier for these builds. I think this is maybe like my 3rd or 4th WASD build. Let's see, I did Umali's, and we did one for... I think this is like my 4th one, I want to say. I don't have any more of those boards, let me tell you that much. So, I'll probably buy like 5 of them, just to have on stash. All fight sticks, bro. Dragon Kai, you don't know all fight sticks? That's just the PCB. Like, everything else is mine. Like, the only thing I've got... You see that board? This board is the AFS board from All Fight Sticks. But everything else, like the plate and then the switches and the keyboard, like I designed all that. You know what I mean? So I'm just using their PCB. Does that make sense? Like, I don't really need the PCB. I could just solder in the switches if I really wanted to. One sec, guys. I gotta readjust the top panel a little bit. It's a little too forward on the top portion. You gotta get the alignment right. This is a little tight here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, they make a ton of stuff. You could go right on their website and buy that WASD kit, bro. But again, you got to make your own bracket. So let me explain it this way. This is designed for their stuff, but I just designed my own pieces that accommodates it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't design my WASD stuff for this board. It just happened to work. You know, I was like, let me see that thing. And then, like, I bought a few. And I was like, oh, cool. Like the pattern that I used to do the array is exactly the lineup for this. So I was like, oh, cool. I could just kind of use this instead of having to manually wire to hot swap connectors. Because that's what I was doing before. I would just wire up to hot swaps. You know, like I'd solder it in. But it was like a lot of work just for that. So I was like, oh, if I could just get one of these, like life would be easy. What's up, Josh? Okay. Okay, we're wiring up the punches right now, and then we're gonna move over to the kicks. I'm just praying like I connect this and it works. So there's two things I'm worried about, right? And it's all with the directions. I gotta make sure that, because this is really finicky. The just switches in general, they're kind of finicky. If they're not aligned correctly, then I might get a missing input. So I'm really worried about that. And then the second thing I'm worried about is I soldered in this cable here. You see this black and orange cable? This is an extra jump button, but I soldered it to Brooke's new area where they are allowing analog directions. So I've never did that. I've never done that before. That's new. I do it all the time with GP2040 CE because you could just wire it to a terminal. But this is the first time that we're doing it on the Brooke board, and I don't know why they didn't make it a terminal. Those guys, they literally made it a connector, which is kind of annoying. I don't know why they did that. Like, why must it be a connector? Yeah, WASD setup. I'll show you in a sec. Let me get this main wiring connected, and I'll flip it over for you guys. Okay. Here you go, Josh. So solo leveling theme, WASD. We have an extra up button. This is the Umali layout. You guys remember the homie Umali? This is his layout. The original one. There's two Umali. There's a 24mm Umali layout, and there's this as well. Okay, I'm just folding the wires neatly behind. Okay, and then we are going to slightly bend them to make room to close the lid. And we also have some LEDs going in, which I need a little bit of space for. A lot of people think this is like a scary thing. Oh, you can bend the terminals like that? Like, yeah, you can. They're just metal. So, because this is going to be the slimmer 1.5 inch case, a little easier to use. I think all the button companies, though, they should really just all switch to the side, like the sideward facing connectors, like all the Chinese button companies have been doing. I think that's like a must nowadays to be able to accommodate slimmer enclosures. Have you ever made a whack-ass layout? Yeah. All the time, bro. I'm not saying anyone else is whack, it's whack to me, you know, because like I just never would play on anything like that. But bro, all the time. Yeah. Like, but you know, the way you got to think about it is everyone's their own person. You know, I don't just like, okay, all you guys see on stream and stuff is just me building the full builds. But keep in mind, most of my business is me making making enclosures for people. And then I have an option for custom layouts. So yeah, I always get like wacky ideas for layouts, you know? So to answer your question, yeah, 100%, hell yeah. But you know, what's whack to somebody is someone's dream setup. So you can't really, you can't label it like that. But like, I'm just telling you, if I've definitely made stuff that I would never ever even try to play on. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work for me. You know what I mean? Like the way my hands are, all that, like it just doesn't work. So I would be like, wow, that's crazy. But to the person that made it for, that's exactly what they wanted. So you can't really like. All right, here we go. Okay, we're gonna install the side. Wait, no, actually, let's wire it. Let's get this installed now. This is the touchpad connector. It's gonna plug it in, so we have that ready to go. There we go. This is absurdly long too. There we go. Set's aluminum up. And you guys watched the Red Bull Kumite yesterday? Nice. Okay. All right, guys, let's pop in the side. I'm going to kind of park all my cables temporarily because we do have to install the side panels, okay? Ooh, this is kind of real close over here. All right. I 3D printed these. We're going to do black and purple. But for you guys, it'll be black and blue because my camera color is kind of wacky. I apologize for that. Okay. These are... I actually made a revision to these corners. The revision didn't make this particular build. It doesn't even look different. It's just something internally that I did to make my life easier. But... yeah, I haven't released this to the public yet. These are only for my commission builds. If you guys are wondering, oh, how come my for the dub, like, how come I can't get my for the dub with these corners? Just because, like, I haven't released it yet. These are just, like, ongoing testing phase. So if you get a commission from me, I get to play around because I could test everything. You know, if something goes wrong, you know what I mean? I can just remedy it on my own rather than... so it's not ready for public release yet. I'm not even sure if I can do it. I'll tell you why. Each time I do a set of these, it takes like an hour and a half just for one set. And I don't think I can... I don't have a 3D printing farm like some people do to be able to like knock out pieces like that all the time. Yeah, these are just exclusive. Exactly. Oh shit, what did I do wrong? Oh, this is 4. I don't know if you guys see this too. I have them numbered. You see like a number 2 there? So they do have like positions that you're supposed to put them in on. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Gotta do the number 3 anchor. You know what, guys? I feel like I should record this. Maybe my next one I'll do it. Yeah, these are like exclusive 3D printed parts. So the side walls are 1.5 inch tall, right? So each one of these little like corner bricks that I 3D print is a 1/2 inch. So essentially I have a file that I've made a file that, you know, it's a big solid 1.5 inch tall version. That's if I just want a solid color. But then I started realizing that because, you know, they're modular and they kind of snap onto the standoffs, I can make what do you call it? Different colors, you know? Like there was one build that each corner had a different color to associate with the artwork. That was fun. That also took like 2 hours just to make the corners. I guess I got to get like more like industrial level 3D printer stuff if I want to like be able to do more of this stuff. But right now, yeah, this is like, I only have one 3D printer. So I think if I had 2, I could probably divide and conquer a little easier, but it's still gonna take a while. Okay. And I can make them ahead of time too, right? Let's see. Yeah, I'm still learning. Like, you know, this is not, I'm not like ready for, it's not ready for prime time yet, I guess. I'm learning how to make my own stuff, which has like been an amazing journey. Like I learned how to 3D model. That's great. Not really 3D model, just know how to like make basic shapes and turn them into objects, you know? I wouldn't say I'm a 3D modeler. Like I definitely can't make like a human or a character. There's a couple people on our Discord channel that are like super dope at that stuff. The homie Snow, for instance, oh, sick with it. Oh, I'm such a scrub, guys. Hold on. Did I mess up? I am a scrub. Hold on. I put the wrong one in. Okay. Okay, so touchpad is red. And by the way, these colors are completely different every single time. Sometimes you get like pink cables and it's weird. So you just have to look at the connection. Touchpad. Blue is L3. And then green is R3. Ah. Okay. Let's see how this fits. Do I need those shims? Sometimes I have to put shims in. Actually, it's pretty good. No, never mind. It's a little loose. It's actually not bad at all. It slides a little bit. I'll put a shim in. This is like one of the things I'm like still like working on. I made like my next version, I made it 0.5 millimeter, the gap, I made it 0.5 millimeter smaller. So I don't have to worry about doing this, but right now I still have to kind of like fill in these gaps. Okay, now it won't move at all. See that? Look, I could flip it and it doesn't fall out. So I'm using these like little bubble stickers that I just had laying around. Again, one of the things I have to kind of work out. Okay. All right, let's work on the other side. I might as well just pop those little shimmies in right now. Put that there. Put this here. Okay. Get rid of this. I don't need this temporarily. So I'm installing the ground cables, and then this is like the start, home, and select side. But every button needs a signal and a ground, guys. You guys are kind of curious. Okay. Home key. Okay, let's get the side panel dropped in. Nice. Okay, USB panel side going in. It's gonna be this guy. Custom tops? What do you mean? Like bat tops and stuff? Yeah, I could do that, but you know, honestly, it's not gonna come out as good like 3D printed. Like, I think you need like some sort of, I don't know, I don't even know what they're made on, like resin or... I definitely don't have that material. I do what I can, Josh. I'm trying. Hey, Ronnie. Yeah, these are my new 3D printed edges. I got a 3D printer about like 3 months ago, and I've just been learning how to use it. So if you order, I'm not putting these out on my normal product because it takes like an hour and a half just to make one set of these corners. But yeah, if you do a commission for me, I'm just giving you the raw jonyfraze labs, you know, like whatever I can come up with to make things cool, you know. You're getting that. So yeah, right now it's kind of exclusive to my commission builds, but yeah, it's definitely been, I'm definitely been in the lab, you know, always trying to make stuff better. See that? So there are 3 levels. So I 3D print like these little stackable corner jammies. So I had to engineer the file. Like I basically learned how to engineer stuff, like 3D engineer like STL files, you know, on my own. So it's been kind of a cool journey. Okay, one more panel, and then we get to work on the bottom. Okay. Yeah, you see how the sides don't fall out? It looks sick though, especially if you incorporate some 6 color schemes. Yeah, if you go back to my let me take a quick break for my hands and I'll show you guys like. So Ronnie, I've been doing this basically since the beginning of the year, in various forms. Come on, Google. There you go. Google is not loading. Holy moly. Okay, so let me scroll down. Dang, Google. I've never seen Google this slow in my life. What the hell? Whenever this loads, I will show you. Okay, here we go. Wow, that took forever. It's still loading. What the hell? Got a lot of local traffic, methinks. Probably. All right, we'll let this go. Sorry. The Googles is slow today. I mean, it shouldn't be, right? My bandwidth is, I think it's literally like a Google server thing. What's up, Cordell? I see you, bro. Chef, I see you back in the lab. Word, yeah, for sure. So far, that's what we got, guys. We're trying to get this all together. Okay, you know what? At this moment, because everything's functional for them. Oh, you know what? I messed up. I have to add the LED panel. But that's okay. For the most part, everything's functional. Let me just test the directions while we're at it. Because I'm super worried about this. Let me see. Oh, cool, guys. All right, look at this. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know if I'm going to buy it, Darby, though. Like, I was like, on frame 1, I was like, I'm buying it. And then, like, I really thought about it. I was like, okay, number 1, I barely use my, I have an Asus ROG Ally. I barely use it, right? And I'm like, okay, it's just gonna sit there. Number 2, I already own a normal Switch, and I barely use it. So I'm like, I'm just gonna not buy it on frame 1, like, not fall into the hype. And I'll just buy one, like, down the line when things get cheaper. Okay. Okay, here's the, okay, left. What the hell's going on my chair? Uh-oh. Dude, my chair broke. What the hell? Okay. Here we go. Left. Ah, yes, it works. Okay. Left works. Down works. Right works. Up works. And then the second analog up. Yes, guys, it works. Look, we got analog up working. Amazing. We got it working. Holy moly. I was super worried about that. Okay, then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Okay, I am hyped. The MacGyver trick worked. It did work. Okay, now I can proceed with peace. Actually, you know what? While I'm at it, I might as well do the firmware update, and then we don't gotta worry about it. So let's do that. Let's do the firmware update. Documents. Where is it? Here we go. This is the Gen 5X board. That's the firmware update. I haven't bought Nintendo because I got my PS3 and the last Nintendo console was GameCube. That's a good one though. I've had basically all of them. You know what? I miss N64 and I miss GameCube. I've had everyone since. Brooke, you need to start shipping your board with the 1.4 software, because this update it's probably been sitting in the warehouse that long, right? So guys, if you do this Brooke update, you need to do two things. You need to do, first of all, you run the update course, right? The second thing is that this whole update makes the board auto detect again, which is like what you want. You want it to be auto detect, so that when you plug it into a PlayStation, it's like, cool, PlayStation. If you plug it into PC, it's like, cool, X input. You plug it into Xbox, it's like Xbox, you know what I mean? But like, after you run this update, it still gets stuck on the old mode, which is like whatever you left it on. So you have to hold down start when you plug it in. You have to hold down start, plug it in, and then that resets the auto detect. Okay. And now if I call it up on Gamepad Tester, you see it shows up as Xbox now. Before it said DualSense. And then the other thing is that we need up and down to equal neutral. Okay, so that's the what do you call it? The standard tournament mode now. So I'm gonna hold down up and then plug it back in, and this should now be up plus down is neutral. So yeah, up plus down must equal neutral. So that's the proper mode. There we go. And this is so we have two ups. So okay, cool. So firmware is all done, guys. Really happy about that. Now I can continue in peace, because I was super like, yeah, you know, I didn't want to wrap up the stick and then it didn't work. I might as well just resolve the issues now, but it works 100%. First try, super hype. Let's go. Okay, let's do a little bit minor cleanup with the wiring here. Make sure all that is nice. Okay, I definitely just need a zip tie right here to lock down the USB cable. You know, I find that shifts the most inside builds is the connection to the PCB, the USB cable. So I try to put pressure on the cable so that like it's kind of like locked into the position that it's in. That's the one thing I notice the most. Okay. Everything else is kind of neat. We got everything else nice and tidy. Let's bend these cables here. I kind of have to make it a little bit, I have to do the wiring a little bit neater than normal. Simply because, what do you call it? The LEDs need the maximum amount of like light to hit the clear buttons. So, and because the LEDs are on the bottom, right? So yeah, if there's wires in the way, obviously it won't shine as bright. Does that make sense? All right, so here's where I goofed. I wasn't supposed to put this panel on first. That's easy. I could just simply remove it. And then I'm going to plug in the wires for the LEDs, which is 5-volt and ground. So I'm just gonna keep this here temporarily. I need my remote as well. Where's my remote? Keep this here. Okay. Get my feet. What else do I need, guys? I'm trying to think. Getting everything ready that I need to have ready. Okay. One sec, guys. Okay. Bottom panel. And I have to get the LEDs installed, so we are going to
Don't forget the olives.
cut the LED board right here. Give it a little bit of slack. So snip. Okay. That goes in garbage. I need my wire stripper here. Only stripper I'm allowed to use right now, as per my wife. Okay. And then bust this open here. Caught Retta with the overhead. Ever since I just cop, if I just see it in the store, I don't even have to fight a mop to cop. How much, yo, I don't know about these prices though. Those Switch prices are kind of OD, guys. I don't know about that. How much is it? Like $550 or some shit for the Switch? Kind of wild. Honestly though, it don't even matter. They're gonna, like, everyone's just gonna buy it. I mean, think about it. Think about it. In today's economy, right? That's like the slang nowadays, right? In today's economy, that's about the right price. You can't expect it to be like the price it was a decade ago. $80 for a game? Wild. That's crazy too. Okay, I am bolting down all the rest of these terminals because they rattle if you don't. They just rattle in place unless you like tighten them down. Oh yeah, plus scalpers. I'm good. I'll just wait till next year. I'm not even sure I'm gonna buy it, dog. Like, I never freaking use it. Scalpers are like the scum of the earth, bro. If you're a scalper, you're a scrub. Like, really? Like, how do you go to sleep at night being a scalper? You know what I mean? That's like the same as like being you're basically a scammer. You're basically a scammer, bro. Greedy ass scammer. That's what you are. Hey, Darby wants to know my favorite character in Street Fighter of all time? Dalsim. All time, Dalsim. But like, as far as in Street Fighter 6, who do I like? I don't. Yeah, that's kind of like a loaded question. I'm a Street Fighter fan for life, so. Okay. Wait, dang. That's okay. We'll just leave that for there for now. My homie Still Devious was able to get me a PS5 on frame 1. He was so smart. Yeah, scalpers are losers. They're such losers. I got my PS5 to celebrate a promotion I got at work. Nice. That's cool. So that's the way to do it. I haven't bought myself like any nice like tech that actually I lied. My wife got me one of the Meta VR headsets but I mean that was like my birthday gift. But like I don't really have any like new, like I have an iPhone 12. Like you guys see on my TikTok and like Instagram videos and whatnot, bro, I film everything on an iPhone 12. Like everyone thinks I have like a great phone or whatever. Nope. iPhone 12 Pro. It's like an old ass phone from like 2021 or 2020 or something like that. Like my phone's mad old. And you know what's weird is because I used to work for Apple, so it's like everyone expects me to have the latest gear, but I don't. I'm just like, nope, I still have a 12 Pro. It's like holding me down. There's nothing wrong with it. I put a new battery in it, and it was like, it's been straight, you know? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, but you know what, Red? I put the battery in it, and it became like a new phone again. I was like, I'm good. So I did that like basically last year. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, let me let this rock, and then I'll get the new phone this year. And this is more like a superstitious thing, but like, here's the bottom panel, guys. That wallpaper that we showed you earlier. I like the number 17 for some reason. I've always had like good luck with the number 17. So whatever the iPhone 17 comes out, I don't know what they're gonna call it, but it'll be like the 17. I feel like it's got good karma for me. You know what I mean? I'll probably keep it for like 5 years as well. Looks good. Okay, so I'm gonna do this temporarily. You have to go get the bottom panel. Gotta peel this off. So hard, I can't even get the peel started. Okay, finally got it. Still going at it. I don't know, like, I guess whatever material, this particular set of acrylic that I bought, and I buy it from the same source, but sometimes they use different vendors. Like, whatever this paper is extra, extra thick. It's like thicker than the usual stuff they put on. This is to protect the acrylic, obviously, which is absolutely necessary. Thousands, lower deck. Okay. I'm gonna peel this off. That one's so much easier than the bottom. Okay. Oh my god, it's so much thicker than the average stuff. Takes like way more force. Okay. Woo! That was crazy. Okay.
Don't forget dollars.
What's our opinions on modern Disney? To me, they all suck like 90% of the time. They feel soulless. I don't really know, like, do you mean like Disney as an entirety, like Marvel or like Star Wars, or just regular? I kind of like the regular Disney stuff. Like, there's this awesome series on Disney Plus. It's like it's like Mickey Mouse, but it's like the animation version of it. Oh man, I forgot what it's called, but it's like done in the old style. I could tell they had so much fun making that version of Mickey Mouse. I forgot what it's called. It's like if you go to Disney Plus and like load up just like Mickey Mouse, it's like one of the more modern animations. It's so good. So I don't know. Maybe the Marvel stuff's a little stale. I would say the Marvel stuff's pretty stale. I like Star Wars. I mean, everyone thinks the new series of Star Wars sucks. I actually enjoy it. I like Rey. I like that character. I like Rey. You know, I like that story arc. Nothing wrong with it for me. Yeah, but it's Evo. They already knew, dude. Okay. I enjoyed Acolyte too. Everyone hated it. I liked Acolyte. I don't know what the hell. Like, people are all like all uppity about this stuff, man. Shut up, man. You make content. See how good you could do. Like, oh, you got all these dumbass critics. They don't know shit. You know? It's like, you know how hard it is to produce a show? God, bro. Like, give these people a little credit. Sit at home, complain all day. Yeah, that was dope, man. I was hyped, bro. I really enjoyed Acolyte. That character was sick too. You know, the what's his name? I forgot his name. The bad guy. He was sick. Yeah, that's a little weird. I like seeing, like, you know, Aladdin and like Lion King and live action's kind of weird. There's a real Lilo and Stitch, like a live action. That's wild. Yeah, the villain was dope, right? But you know, like the villain guy, I don't even think he's like a villain. I'm kind of like on his side. Like, he's cool, even though he's like a Sith. Kind of cool. Oh, sugar, guys. We didn't even test the LEDs, but that's okay. Yes. Yo, guys, we 3D printed these feet too. These purple feet. which look blue to you guys. I'm sorry. I gotta fix my color. And then we did a little custom engraving. Slap, man. Got discount codes. Why are you asking for discount codes on my chat? That's like going to Walmart and be like, yo, who got fucking coupons, bro? You know what I mean? Oh, man. Mad funny, Slat. Yeah, but they're like hard plastic. Miss every shot you don't take. That's true, man. Damn, that's a good one. See? That's bars right there. Okay, so it says, obviously it says solo leveling, right, guys? You itching again? Yup. I got you. Got you, bitch. That's my whole plan, bro. It works. Just get people trapped in the hobby. Boy, itching. You funny, bro. Yo, I like the real quick switch up from YouTube to Twitch, bro. Evil genius. Yep. We want to join the real team EG. Let's clean these pads off a little bit. What you need, Slat? The homie level up, man. Itching. Whoa, are we done? Shit. Are we done? Let me put my regular overlay on. My bad. Woo! Yeah, that's mad funny. Who got discount codes? Who got coupons? Imagine running into like Walmart or whatever. Just yelling up in there. Yo! Who got a coupon code? Who got a coupon for me? That's mad funny. Yes, sir. We got lights. We got lights. Reacting to my voice. Mic check 1 2. Let's go. Did you get the job? Damn, bro. Screw. Lower deck, thank you. We gotta test it first, though. Let's test it. Mic check, mic check. Not yet. It's been like 6 weeks since my Akuma. I need a new one already. Nah, you don't need a new one, bro. Yo, level up. Real talk. I would just like kind of wait. Uh-oh. Hold on. Street Fighter like always blacks out my screen now when I boot up. Let me get another glove. Mic check, 1 2. Okay. I got my time lapse done. Yeah, you bugging, bro. I would wait until like you have like a good reason to make one, you know? Maybe someone can help you fund it, you know what I mean? Yeah, birthday stick. I'm do or die with this. Super hard-headed. You was not my psychiatrist. Oh my god, this freaking... I'm done with this freaking music. There's this one. I like 7. Here we go. Sugar mama? Yeah, we all need a FGC sugar mama or daddy, right? Okay, there we go. You was not my psychiatrist. Wait, can I play on this? Oh, word? I can play on this? Word? I can play on this. I can play on WASD. What? Yo, your boy about to switch. I don't think I can play sim on it though. Yeah, this is kind of cool. No way. There's no way I can play sim on this. There's no way, dude. Yeah, you know what the tech is though? Having the jump button. Having the jump button plus, like, the 2 jumps is kind of clutch. Call me crazy, but you was not my psychiatrist. Survivalist. Gotta call my gynecologist. You know what's weird? Like you can't really like. That's weird. Like doing like the back circle is hard. Yo, real talk, it comes out too fast, bro. Inputs come out quick. Wait. I don't think I can do this. Yeah, this is hard. I can't Dalsim. No way. I wouldn't be able to play Dalsim. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, WASD is hard, man. I could definitely play Mai, though. That's crazy. You ain't trying to share the wealth. You guys bugging already. Yo, I could do this. Yo, I didn't know this combos, guys. Like off a counter hit, you can combo. Like, watch this. Just say if I set this to counter hit, right? Oh wait, no, is it punish counter? Never mind, punish counter. You see that? That combos. So if you're in a corner and they like DP, and then you get level 1. That's not gonna work, but like punish counter is crazy. Does that work? That doesn't work. I also didn't know that like yeah, I didn't know this works into medium too. That works too. It's actually a pretty good punish counter option. Especially in a corner. Like if they whiff DP. You know, right there. Just say that's a whiff DP, and then like you could level 1. Look how much damage that does. And then you have stock, you know? I need a charge character for sure. Stonks. Bison, yeah, he's kind of like Guile's the real charge character in this game. I kind of like having a jump on both thumb and up. Yeah, WASD is not bad. Let me test the rest of this stuff. Yep. Okay. Yep. That's gonna be the artwork on your stick, Slat? Hold on. So if I could do this, right? Wait. Oh, you can't drive rush after that? Why can't you drive rush after that? Oh, wait. Wait, am I bugging? Oh, okay. Is that combo? That doesn't combo. No, so you can only do the target combo. Interesting. Okay, guys. Let's do one fat combo for the YouTube if we need it, and then where's my? Whoops. Woo!
Another jonyfraze production.
All right, stick works, guys. Nice, 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 nice. Let's go. Close the game down. Yep. Yeah, I did that. I did that. EX fan. But you got to have the meter for it. Looking really good, guys. Woohoo! All right, let's take a tour of the stick. Let me turn the volume down too. All right, guys, let's clean up and then we'll do a quick tour of the stick. Oh yeah, I should have left it plugged in. I'm so doofy. Ugh. Why did I unplug it? All right, guys. So we have finished the solo leveling. Sungjin Woo on this side. About to cut your ass. WASD. These are purple buttons with the jump being up, right? Being blue. Yeah, blue up key, then purple left, right, down. Then we also have an extra jump key here. Okay, these are combo gravity buttons, and then as you can see, they're lighting up because I put voice activated LEDs in there. Boom. All right. And then we got the rest of the shadows on this side. Bunch of his shadows. That's kind of like the theme, just like Sung Jin Woo and then like all the shadows, right? Shadows everywhere. Boom. This side has another Sung Jin Woo facing you, and then like more shadows here. The arise little line that he says to get these guys to wake up. And the bottom panel is the wallpaper for I think the latest game. Some of the shadows, not all of them represented, but like the main ones are there. A little bit of anime speed lines happening. All right. Then we have the engraved pads that says solo, that says leveling. We have 3D printed feet too. 3D printed corners, black and purple. I know it looks blue on the screen, my bad, but they're definitely purple. Black and purple. And then, yeah, the side buttons, these are 24mm clear Sanwas. That's it. Oh, 6God 30mm layout, which is, I think it's probably the best for Street Fighter. This or the 24, depending on like what your preferences are. That's it. We are done, guys. Shout out to the homie Bun Bun. We have finished his build. This is actually going not that far away to Staten Island, New York, I believe. So kind of local to me, which is kind of cool. Let me unplug it. I'm going to get some photos in, have some lunch, and be done. Let's go. All right, guys. That's going to be my time. Slat itching for the next build. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. We're almost at 10K, guys. We're 500 subs away from 10K, guys. So if you guys have any friends that are in this hobby, tell them to follow me on YouTube. That would be really cool. Yeah, I just kind of want to, that's like my goal. I've been trying to get to 10K for a minute. So go subscribe, please, on YouTube. All right. I will catch you guys in the next one. I probably won't be building for quite some time. I'll tell you why. Because I have a break coming up. Got a nice little break with the fam. I do have one build commissioned, right? Like a commission ready to go. But I haven't started the work yet. He just put a deposit on it. So, and that's going to be for the homie Spartan. So that's going to be next. But by the time I get to stream that, it'll probably be weeks from now. You know what I mean? Well, probably a couple weeks. I probably have to do the design work and then, you know, get the build going. Like we haven't even really discussed it like fully. But can I tell you guys, this is build number 25 already. We're on build 25 already. It's crazy. I've done 25 since 2025. Since the beginning of the year, this is number 25. Insane, right? Like I'm already on pace to like beat the amount of commissions I did last year. I don't know if I want to be honest with you. I'm a little tired, getting a little burnt out. But since 25, we had here. This is like that's one, right? It's a mini dub. Yeah, we'll just go right through it. Yeah, mini dub for Dre Protein. That's build number 1. Okay. Oh, how do I? Okay. Boom, right? Build number 1. Build number 2, Guts, Kenshin Dororo for Boshi. This came out really good too. This is a fun one. I don't know what's up with Google, man. It's like super lo-fi today. I think they're having server issues. Then this is for Dak Kogi. Basically, you know what's crazy? This is a sad story. His mom, Dak Kogi, right? I built him a custom before. His mom threw the whole stick away. Something like that. He told me something like that. Like his mom threw it away, or someone in the family threw it away. And then he's just like, I just want the build again. He's like, don't worry about the graphics or whatever. Just make me a matte black and I can play. So that's what we did. And then this has the Punk Workshop switches in it. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it's crazy, right? So, yep. So that's build number, what were we on? Is that 2? No, that was 3. Build number 4, Clive and Jill. Okay. Yeah, I guess he was able to replace it. Yeah, I'm grateful. This is Chris Satarian Stick. Shout out to Chris T. He likes very minimal, very similar. 6 God 30. Practice buttons up here. Training mode. And then we did the marble overlay with his name. Wait, I don't even know what that's called. Like, I basically cut out, I did a negative on the black, and then I did the inlay. That's the word. Yeah, inlay. See that? Marble, like galaxy marble inlay we did. Super cool, right? And then he's actually the first, is he the first guy? Yeah, so Chris is the first guy to get the new 3D printed corners. You see that? Literally, Chris is the first guy to get it. You're a hater. You're a Chris T hater? Yeah, then we put just a little bit of like cool graphics on the side for him. And then this one is for, oh, I can do it. Yeah, Fatal Fury build. Super dope. Okay, then we did Beckmon. You guys know Beckmon? Streamer Beckmon. Really good Street Fighter player. She plays like 25th at Texas Showdowns or something crazy like that. Yeah, Beckmon. See, we engraved her name over here. Yeah, this one's so cute, right? I don't think she likes it though. Hey Siri, stop. Because like she said that like she was like she couldn't like land any combos in it. I mean, because like she's used to a giant Victrix. I told her this. I'm like, this stick's like a mini stick. She wanted it for travel. I hope she's like actually using it. All right, yo, peace out, Slat. Yeah, shout out to Beckmon. Patty, we're going through the 25 sticks. 2025. So your stick's not gonna be here. Yeah, you have to make the 2025 mini dub. Patty. Oh, this is for Gordash. So this is fun too. We did alternating red and orange corners. Gordash. What number is this? This is number 8. Patty. I still have your debit card. What the hell, man? You know how many things I was gonna buy with your debit card in the last week? I was like, you know, at a restaurant, I'm like, oh, let me pay for this. Let me pay for this with Patty's card. Swipe, yep. Oh man, so good. Shout out to my upper echelon ratchet, right? There we go. Okay, then we did the Gyome build, right? Put the music back on. Gyome build for Yamanashi. This is Gyome Mitsuri from Demon Slayer. This one came out really good, right? Chris T Stick, the little buttons from Amazon? Yeah. He wanted that, Okay, so then we got Jedi Rob Stick. Green Lantern. This is build number 10. Got the green corners for him. This is just like this is like a quick, True Blaze wanted something real quick. Like, he wanted these 2 buttons here. The black Onyx builds are low-key, they're like super dope, man. I love them. You buy now. Yeah, they don't have as much good stuff though. I think they haven't had a lot of good stuff lately though, Patty. Yeah, you can use the same size. Okay, number 12 for CDZ. Nash and Cammy. This one was kind of simple too. This was pretty simple too. J Hall just wanted the poros. This is, I didn't realize, I thought someone did this graphic for him. It's just a wallpaper. I was like, oh. Then I hooked him up with a little bit of custom graphics for the sides, you know, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. I wish I had did the whole thing. Did that for him. Came out pretty cool, right? This one, Aunt G, I don't know if Ant's in the chat. Ant's usually here, but man, this one is beautiful. We did this is like a revised, it's a Vuelix with the extra button. You like the cute ones, huh, Retta? So this is build 14. Yeah, this came out wild, right? They're like gray sides. Oh, Katana Creations build. We did 2 for him. We did this build for Katana, right? This is 15, Gon, and Kurapika. And then we did this one, which just came out crazy. Sengoku Astray for Katana again. This is build number 16. Number 17, Haikyuu.
Another jonyfraze production.
For Sonic Lens. This is out in Hawaii. Dang. It's so cool. I have like stuff in Hawaii, man. I have stuff all over the world. It's crazy. Here's a cute one. All white mini dub. White and gold for Not Shane. This one he had me add this is like so difficult. There's like no space in here. Yeah, Katana went crazy. The white is just clean. I got all this. I got this white stuff all day. Pause. But like, yeah, you know what happened? My acrylic company shipped this. Like, they gave me a bunch of white stuff on accident, and they're just like, keep it. I was like, word? Yeah, it's like Itoki vibes, right? Yeah. Mini dub. Oh, this was low key like the one that hit hardest on the internet. Everyone's like, yo, that one's crazy. The Yu. It's build 19 already. We're at 25 builds already. Isn't that crazy? 20 matte black for Hilger. I love this one. Just the clean matte black. Fire. I took the photos in black and white too, because why not? Static Shock for Static. Oh, look at this. We did the 3-tone colors. This one did really well too online. Spider Punk for, oh my god, it's Chachi. Crazy. Look at the bottom. I engraved the foam. Another mini dub. One Punch Man. Build 23. Build 26, show off you apprentice, yep. One Punch Man. This came out awesome, man. This is the last thing we just did on stream, the Joker build 24 for Spets the Wise. This one went hard too, man. I would be really scared. If you sat down next to me at a tournament and you had this stick, I'd be really afraid. Like, you're a psycho, bro. I'm about to lose. This guy's about to frame one, freaking dash up and DP your ass. You know what I mean? Like, round 1, fight. Fucking drive rush EXDP. You know what I mean? Oh, man, like, shit. Right? Drive rush EXDP. Oh man. All right, and then that's it. This one's a little taller than usual because I had to put a Korean lever in there. That's a knee lever. And then we're at build 25, which is this guy. We're at build 25. So that's my work so far. A quarter century of, not century, a quarter of 100 builds so far. That ain't it. Build 26. What's up, Ed? Yeah, I'm just about to sign off, guys. Though using the K lever probably made it easier to put all the, yeah, definitely. Even though like the Korean lever is kind of like a pain to wire up. But yeah, this is donezo. We are done with this build, guys. I'm gonna go have lunch, And then I am going to pack this up. And I think I just saw an order come in, like a normal order, not a build, which I probably have to do before I hit UPS to ship all this good stuff away to all my wonderful customers. All right, Patty, are you streaming by any chance? Are you streaming? Let's see. Not till tonight. Okay. Then I'm not gonna raid anybody because I'm too lazy to go. Do me a favor, text me. Yeah, I got you. But hit me on Discord so I don't forget because I got too much stuff going on. Demons on? All right. Black, can you guys raid for me or no? Fuck it, I'll do it. The problem is I dual stream and I can't do it on the chat anymore. I have to literally log into my I have to go here. Okay, that should work. All right, we're gonna go raid Demon, the God. I will catch you guys later. YouTube, thank you for tuning in. Twitch, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, sub, do all that good stuff. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Thanks, Ed, for the follow. Does that work?